But why is the debt about to hit harder than ever? Now let's make this personal again. In 2025, the US will spend more money on interest payments than on national defense for you and your family. Let that sink in. We are spending more money to keep our debt alive than to keep the country safe. And that interest, it's not shrinking. It's growing and growing at a rapid pace. As rates stay high like they currently are, the debt grows, which makes the interest becoming larger and a larger line item in the federal budget. And it's not just a number on a spreadsheet. Money that could have gone to infrastructure, schools, public safety, healthcare is now going to interest payments to our creditors. And who's paying this? Well, you are, through inflation, through rising taxes, through reduced public services, and ultimately through a shrinking middle class. We are literally renting our country from people we owe money to. This is no longer a future problem. This is a now problem. And the deeper we go, the less room we have to move. Now, I don't want to throw tariffs away completely with you guys. Tariffs aren't completely useless. In fact, they can really be helpful in certain situations. Historically, tariffs in the US were one of the government's main sources of income. But what we have to remember is that was back when the federal government spent just about 3% of GDP, when today we spend about 22% of our GDP. So are tariffs a solution? No. But could they serve as a tool in our tool belt? Absolutely. So what I want to do is look at what tariffs can actually do. Well, number one, they can protect key industries from unfair foreign competition. They can give American companies breathing room to innovate, and they can generate some additional revenue. But, and this is important, they cannot replace income tax. They also cannot fund a modern government like we have today that's spiraling out of control with debt. And they certainly cannot stop the debt spiral as a whole. Even with the most generous estimates, tariffs might reduce the federal deficit by 1 or 2 percentage points, but that's like throwing a glass of water maybe at a forest fire. So let me be clear, tariffs are not a cure, but they're not the enemy either. We can't say that they suck and they won't work. They're a tool. But if your entire country's economic strategy is that tariffs will fix it, you don't have a plan, you have a really fancy headline to give people hope.